Hi, my name is Tina Shelton. What can I help you with today?
Hi, my name is Hildy. I'm here because I want to volunteer for food stamps. I really need food.
Okay, but let me just get some information from you to start off, and we'll get the process of answering some questions here.
Okay, that's fine.
What is your social security number?
Two, 3, 5, 5, 4, 1, 9, 2, 4.
And what is your date of birth?
December the 10th, 1964.
And what is your current address?
It's 9808 Belt Road. North Carolina.
Okay, Ms. Powell, how long have you been living at that address?
I've lived at that address for about 15 years now.
And how many people live in the home with you?
There's 5 people total that are living in the house.
And then how many of them are children?
I have 3 children.
And what are the children's ages?
My oldest boy, Gerald, he is 16. My first daughter, Rose, she's about 14. And then my last girl, she's 8, Lynn.
And who's the 4th person living in the home?
That's my husband.
And what is your monthly income?
You talking about monthly?
Yes. Or
I would say I make less than $800 a month.
and what's the source of that income?
I get that money from my job. I go to different houses and clean.
Okay.
It's not a continual work, but it gives me some.
And what are your monthly bills for the home?
I pay my house payment monthly, my rent.
Do you know the total amount or approximate amount that you pay with rent and utilities?
From the time I've lived there, it's around $400 a month. With electric, they charge me electric and gas, but it just depends. Sometimes we have hot water, sometimes we have cold. The money adds up depending on how much we use.
Any other, oh, go ahead.
Oh, my phone bill, we also pay around $300 a month.
And is that all the expenses you have for on a monthly basis?
Yeah, I have one credit card debt. I try to pay like $20 here and there, but we get sick a lot, and that's what I'll use that credit card for.
We need to know some of the expenses just to make sure to see how much you qualify. So with your husband being sick, does he normally work, or is he just out of work for medical reasons right now?
My husband did usually work, but since he got sick, he's now on disability, so he doesn't work all the time. We're just waiting on the money to come in, and it's really tight sometimes because we're having to just wait on his disability check.
Okay, Mrs. Powell, have you ever applied for assistance before?
No, I've never applied for food stamps before.
Was there any questions that you had for me?
No, I don't really have any questions, but I mean, do you think I'll qualify for food stamps with my job and me just having to wait for the money?
Well, and that's where some of this we'll need to calculate and determine how much you will be able to get on a monthly basis and how long the duration of that as well.
I'm just curious, I want to ask you, what do the food stamps look like? Are they actually a stamp, or are they on a card? How does that work?
They look like a debit card that you would normally use like a bank or credit card, and it's the same type of thing, you just have a specific value per month.
Will it tell me how much money I have, or how many food stamps I have on the debit card?
A lot of times Depending on the store, they might have on the receipt the remaining balance for the month, and that way you would always know after you've completed your purchase for that time you've been shopping.
So what happens if I don't realize that I went over and I keep buying? Do I have to pay? Do I come tell you?
You can choose to pay either out of pocket for the remaining amount or just go with however much that is available on the balance. For instance, if your bill totals $70, but you only have $50 remaining, either with the cashier, you can return $20 worth of merchandise, or you can pay that out of your pocket. It's your choice. So we don't want you to feel like you can't buy that food, but you are allowed a certain amount based on your qualifications.
Can you just explain some more about the food stamps? Like, for instance, what I can or cannot buy? For instance, are there certain foods in the grocery store that are not acceptable for the food stamps? So, for instance, diapers, baby food. Will the food stamps accept those types of things?
Typically, they will give you, when you receive, you'll see the card in the mail, and it would give you a list of the foods that you're able to purchase. Items like diapers typically are not included in that, but it would give you a specific list of what type of items that you could purchase as far as produce and dairy, just general merchandise like cereals and different things for meals.
Okay, well, that's good. So who do I go to if I want to buy those things, such as diapers and baby food, formula?
Well, what we could do is your baby formula would be included. Maybe looking at some of your expenses, and with your husband being laid off from medical, we might want to see what other services that you might need to qualify for in regards to that.
am needing some more information about just the specifics, like the time frames.
Well, what we'll do is I will recommend that we have someone look at your husband's medical bills to help you with that, because that's income that you're putting to that where you're not needing to buy other extra things. And a family of 5 living on a $700 a month income, you may be able to apply for supplemental income as well. So what we'll do, oh God. Okay.
So it's soon going to be a bigger family. So when I have my baby, I want to be home, and my husband's still off, but that money's going to go really quickly, and I'm not going to work after I have my baby.
Well, what we'll do, we will have a caseworker assigned to you. And that caseworker will come out in a 6-month period or whatever's necessary with your home situation and review your current situation to make sure that you're able to meet your family's needs.
So how do I use the food stamps?
Well, let me do a couple quick calculations. I believe you are qualified to receive the food stamps. And with that, it will be mailed to you in 4 to 6 weeks. The card would be mailed.
I'm running out of money. I really need the food now. What do I do?
Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll have to put in a request for emergency assistance, and then maybe we can go and follow back up with you tomorrow morning and let you know how much we're approved to give you right away. You are approved for about an additional $300 a month for food stamps.
Okay.
So you'll get your card in the mail 4 to 6 weeks. You will also get a PIN number 2 days later, so make sure you keep that. That's a secret PIN number you don't want anyone to have, and that will come to you in the mail.
Okay, so I wait for 4 to 6 weeks to get my food stamps. And then that day I'll get my number? is it 2 things in the mail?
Because it's kind of confidential, you don't want your PIN and your card to come at the same time. If someone sees that in the mail, they can take that and use that, and there's no proof that we have that you did not receive that. So as far as security purposes, you get it 2 days following. So we ensure that you get the card and the PIN separately.
Okay, so I know about the emergency contact for the food stamps. I'm deaf. How do I need to contact you?
What we can do is I'll put in the request for the information, and if we can have a caseworker come out and meet you and have them bring that to you as well, and we can bring an interpreter to have them to translate for you as well, so that way you can start to go ahead and purchase some food for you and your family.
Okay. Do you have more questions to ask me?
Actually, we are all set for today. So what I'll do is, like I said, we'll get your caseworker to come out to your home and bring that to you, and then we're all set. Thanks for your time today.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.